Today we are tackling three Heart of Algebra problems, and we're going to be solving from easy to hard. So the first question is the easy one, so we're going to go from easy, medium, and then hard. So this one, 2x plus 5 equals to 13, falls under the easy difficulty level. So how do we solve this one? The first thing we do is we need to isolate x. We are solving from x. We need to isolate x. So how are we going to do that? We are going to subtract 5 from both sides of the equation to undo the addition of 5 here. So let's do that. We do 2x plus 5 minus 5 equals to 13 minus 5. So now this becomes 2x equals to 8. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to divide both sides by 2 to undo the multiplication of multiplication of 2 by x. So you use addition to undo subtraction and vice versa. You use division to undo multiplication and vice versa. So we divide both sides by 2. So we have here x equals to 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now let's do a check real quick. If x is 4, that means 2 times 4 plus 5. What does that mean? We're going to solve this first. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 5, which is equal to what? 13. So indeed, the value of x is 4. That will make 2x plus 5, 15. Now for this question, this is the medium difficulty level. We're going to solve this system of equations. So we have 3x plus y equals 7 and x minus 2y equals to 1. Now a system of equation means that the value of x and y is the same in both cases. So 3x plus y equals 7. That same value of x minus 2y equals 1. So we have to find the value of x and y that will make these two equations correct. Now, there are two methods you can use to solve this problem. So I'm going to do something like this here. I'll call the first one substitution. And then the second one is called elimination. Okay, now for the substitution method, so we have 3x plus y is 7, x minus 2y equals 1. From here, I can write that x equals to 1 plus 2y. If I add 2y to both sides here, if I add 2y to both sides, that becomes x minus 2y plus 2y equals to 1 plus 2y. Then this cancels, then you have x equals 1 plus 2y. All right? Now, this value of x equals 1 plus 2y, I can now put it into this equation. So anywhere I see x, I put 1 plus 2y. So what does that mean? So we do 3. Now instead of x plus 2x, we put 1 plus 2y plus y equals to 7. So we have 3 plus 6y plus y equals to 7. 6y plus y is 7y plus 3 equals to 7. Now we can add 3 to both sides. In our isolating of variable, we subtract 3 rather from both sides to undo the effect of adding 3. So we do 7y equals to 7 minus 3, 7y equals to 4y. Now also here again we do so we do a division to undo the multiplication of 7 by y, right? So we do that, and that becomes what? Y is 4 over 7. Now, if y is 4 over 7, we have that here x equals 1 plus 2y. So x becomes 1 plus 2 times 4 over 7, which is 1 plus 8 over 7. All right, this is 1 plus 1 over 7, which is 2 1 over 7. And that's your answer for x. So we have x is 2 1 over 7. And then y is 4 over 7. All right. Now, for the elimination method, what we do here, now let me remove this guy so that, good. So this becomes 1 equals to 1, right? Okay. Now, for the elimination method, you can decide, we'll decide first which variable to eliminate. Do we eliminate x or y? All right. So x or y, which one do we eliminate first? So let's eliminate x, okay? So how do we eliminate x? Now, multiply. So let's call this equation 1, and let's call this equation 2, right? Now, multiply equation 1 by the coefficient of x in equation 2, and multiply equation 2 by the coefficient of x in equation 1. That's how you eliminate x. If we were to eliminate y, we will do the same thing, but this time we'll do multiply 1 by the coefficient of x in 2, and multiply 2 by the, I'll say that again, multiply 1 by the coefficient of y in equation 2, and multiply 2 by the coefficient of y in equation 1. But we are eliminating x, so we do the first one. So multiplying this by the coefficient of x here gives us what? The same thing, because the coefficient of x in equation 2 is 1. So it's just 3x plus y equals to 7. Then multiplying 2 by the coefficient of x in equation 1 is 3x minus 6y equals to 3. Okay? Now, if you notice, we have 3x and 3x here on top and bottom, right? If you want to remove this, eliminate x, we subtract the 2, because 3x minus 3x equals 0. So 3x minus 3x equals 0. Then we have plus y minus 6y is what? Plus y plus 6y, which is equal to 7y. So 7y equals to 7 minus 3 is what? 4. All right. 7y equals to 4. So if we have 7y equals to 4, we divide through by 7 to eliminate to undo the effect of multiplication. So y equals to 4 over 7, right? If y equals 4 over 7, x again is 1 plus 2 times 4 over 7. X equals to 1 plus 8 over 7. X is 1 plus 1 over 7, which is 2 1 over 7. And which is indeed the same thing as what we have, 2 1 over 7 and 4 over 7. All right, so this is how you do substitution or elimination. If you notice, we get both answers, the same answers in both methods. Now let's go to the hard difficulty level question. So the line y equals to mx plus b passes through 2 points, 2 and 5, and -1, -4. What's the value of m plus b? Now, this is also an algebra question, all right? And I'm going to show you how to solve it very easily, okay? Even though it's coordinate geometry, it's actually, at the heart of it, it is algebra, all right? So now, this line here, y equals to mx plus b, is actually the equation of a line. You see? So that means, in effect, what they are saying is that, it's a line passing through it. So that's the equation of the line, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. Slope refers to how steep the line is. And the y-intercept refers to the point at which the line cuts or goes through the y-axis. Okay, the point at which the line goes through the y-axis is the y-intercept. Okay, now we're given 2 points that the line passes through: 2, 5, and -1, -4. Right now, and you are asked to find what's the value of the slope plus the y-intercept. Okay, now we can first find the slope. The slope, we can do this. You say x1, y1, x2, y2, because there are 2 points on that line. Okay, so if we call this x1, y1, and if we call this x1, y1, and we call this x2, y2. All right, now the formula for the slope is given by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So what is y2? -4 minus y1 is 5 divided by x2 minus 1 minus 2. So this becomes -9 divided by -3, which is equal to 3. So the slope is 3. Okay, now we already have m to be 3, right? Okay, now the next thing is to get the y-intercept. Okay, now remember our equation of a line: y equals to mx plus b, correct? Now let's take any of these 2 points, 2, 5, or -1, -4, right? Let's take 2, 5 for example. So when y is 5, remember your m is 3, but your x is 2 when y is 5. So the only thing left is b. Do you understand that? So we took any of the points. You could take any one. We took this one. We plugged it into the equation of a line, because every point on that line must obey this equation: y equals to mx plus b. So when y is 5, we already have the m of the line to be 3, x is 2. Then the only thing left is b. So 5 equals to 6 plus b, right? So we can subtract 6 from both sides to undo the effect of, so 5 minus 6 equals to 6 plus b minus 6, to undo the effect of adding 6 here. So b is -1, or -1 equals to b, either way. So we have the slope m, 3, and we have the y-intercept -1. What is the value of m plus b? M plus b is 3 plus -1, which is 3 minus 1, which is 2. Okay, and the equation of the line will now be y equals to 3x minus 1. All right, if you just plug in m and b into the equation, 3x minus 1, and m plus b is 2. So there you have it. We solved 3 Heart of Algebra problems from easy to hard. We learned about isolating variable, we learned about substitution and elimination, and we also learned about calculating slope and the y-intercept. All these 3 problems are Heart of Algebra problems, and they are asked prominently, they feature prominently on the SAT. So make sure you understand every concept. You can watch this video again and also share with your friends and classmates, so that you guys can study in your study groups together, so that you can learn how SAT tests questions on Heart of Algebra. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you watch my other videos on 100 days of SAT math content. Watch the playlist, go through the playlist so that you don't miss anyone, and I will see you again with another video. Thank you.